Hello, today we're going to be doing a double pocket scarf using the double crochet stitch, and this is another beginner friendly project. The yarn that we're going to be using for this project is by Loops and Threads, and it is called Charisma. This is a bulky yarn, so that's what I like to work with. And then the crochet hook that we're using is a 9mm in. And we will start this by creating a slip knot. Once you have your slip knot, you are going to place that onto your crochet hook and just pull it a little tight so you can get some tension. And then you are going to do a chain of 9 plus 2 for a total of 11. So your foundation chain will be 11. Now this scarf here, I'm working it up for a child, so it's not going to be that wide. However, if you wanted to make it a little bit wider, you can just make your foundation chain longer. Okay, so once you have your foundation chain completed, we are going to be working a double crochet stitch. So you're going to count over 3. And in the third space, you're going to place your first you're going to place your first double crochet. So yarn over, find that third space, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. So you have 3 there on your loop, on your hook, yarn over, pull through the top 2. You're going to yarn over again and then pull through those bottom 2. So that is your double crochet. And I'll show you again. I'll show you a few times. Yarn over and pull through the 2, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through the other 2. And I hope that you can get this here in this video. However, if you cannot, it's okay. I do have another tutorial on my channel that shows how to do a double crochet. But I think if you follow through here, you'll be able to catch on how to do it. Okay, and just continue to do the double crochet stitch all the way down the foundation chain. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over again, pull through the top 2, yarn over, and then pull through the bottom 2. Okay, I'll show you again. There you are, yarn over. Okay. And you're just going to continue to do this, like I said, all the way down. And then once you get to that last stitch, you're going to want to make sure that you put a double crochet in that stitch. I have something on my yarn. Okay, you have one last little stitch there, and you want to go ahead and make sure you put a double crochet there. I'm so used to working at half double crochet. All right, and there you are. That's the beginning. That's the first row completed. So you're going to go ahead and chain 2. Now in this project, I'm only chaining 2. If you other double crochet projects, you could chain 3, but in here I just chained 2 the entire length of the scarf. And we're going to put a double crochet into the back stitch of the second stitch on the chain, on the row, sorry. Okay, I'll show you again. So you turn your work to the side just a little bit, and you'll be able to see that there is 2 loops, like you have a front and a back. So you're going to put your double crochet in the back stitch. I hope that makes sense. We're creating a rib. And the way to get the rib is you put the stitch in the back loop. See there? And I'll show you once we get to the end of this row what it looks like. So just keep on crocheting. There you are. All right, we're getting close to the end here. So just remember, we're just doing this whole project is just a double crochet. So here you are. Okay, so now that we've completed the last stitch in the row, we want to make sure that we put a stitch in the chain. So you remember when we did the chain 2, we have to place a stitch into that chain, otherwise your work won't be even and it will gradually shrink. So you see how I'm showing you that there, it's not even. So just make sure you pick up put a stitch in that last chain, okay? So just, and this is a bulky yarn, I'm just showing you here that sometimes it doesn't go through exactly the way you want, but that's okay. Just keep on working with it, because you want to make sure that your work comes out the way you want it to. Okay, there we go. We finally got it in the right spot, and there you are. So it's, see how it looks like a rib? So if you knit, or if you're familiar with knitting, it kind of reminds you of a knit pattern. So go ahead and chain 2, and like I said earlier, usually you would chain 3, but I started with the chain 2, and so I'm just going to continue that through the entire project, and it doesn't really make too big of a difference. Okay, so just go ahead and chain 2 and then turn your work. And then make sure that you put a double crochet in the back stitch all the way down, and just continue to work. And then once you just keep working, and then pause the video and then come back to me, and then I'm going to show you what we do next. So just keep on working. Okay, and here we have the scarf, and see how it's starting to really shape up really nicely. That's almost an entire skein of yarn. We do have a little bit left. So what I came back on here to show you is how to join the yarn. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to do a double crochet in the back stitch along the rest of this, and then once we get to the end of the yarn, I'm going to show you how I connect the next skein. Okay, it's looking good, so just kind of keep on going. Chain 2 and then turn your work, and then continue to do a double crochet down the length of the row. And at this point, you've probably got it. If you've gotten this far, you're moving along, you're cooking with grease, and you don't probably need any more help at this point. But I do want to show you how we connect the yarn. So now here we are, we're at the kind of close to the end of the row, and we have run out of yarn. So the way that I join my yarn, it's not it's nothing big, nothing monumental or whatever, but what I do is I just simply tie a knot. So I mean, there was a little bit of build up to see what do we do, but really all I'm doing is just tying a knot. I find that in a project like this, a little knot is not going to make too big of a difference, especially since I'm using the same color yarn. So I just go ahead and tie a little knot, pull it really tight because I don't want it to come loose, and then I just snip off that extra yarn, and really it just kind of blends into the project. And honestly, if you're not looking with a critical eye, you won't even see it. See, it's still tight. And then I will continue to work my project, just continue to finish out. Now, like I said, this project is going to be really long. The scarf's going to come off really long because we're making pockets, and so of course you're going to lose about 6 inches at the end of each end of the scarf to create the pocket. So here I'm just showing you here how that knot kind of just gets buried in, so you're not going to see it once the whole project is complete. And just continue working. This is a really easy stitch in that it works up really quickly, and I think it's really pretty. It's really pretty. It's tall. It's a tall stitch. I like the half double crochet, but this one's a really pretty stitch as well. Okay, so keep working until you get to the end, and then I'm going to show you how to end your work. Okay, so we've come to the end of the scarf, and so I'm going to show you how we finish it off. You're just going to yarn over and then pull through the yarn all the way through. So you'll have, you know, pull it all the way through and then just pull it tight, and that creates a knot, and that's how your work will be ended. So I hope you got that there. If not, just rewind it and kind of look at it again. It's really simple. And then here what I'm doing is I'm just determining how the length of my pocket. And the way I made this determination is two ways. I measured my child. I wanted to see how long her hands would reach down to the scarf. That's another way how I determine how to end the scarf. And then I also wanted to make sure there was enough room in the pocket for her hands or for whatever other little, you know, objects that she wants to put in the scarf while she's wearing it. So here I am. I've done one side. I'm just making sure that the other side is equal. So in this case, I did like about a 5-inch pocket. Okay, and then here you're going to take your yarn. You're going to need a yarn needle. I have a yarn needle, but you can also use a tapestry needle, or you can also use a crochet hook, and that's another tutorial. But anyway, so just go ahead and sew up the two edges of the scarf and leaving the top open. That's going to create your pocket. So, and I am not a sewer. I'm going to become a sewer, you watch. But right now I'm not. So just stitch it up the best way you can. You're not going to see it. This part right here is really the inside of the pocket. Once we're done stitching up the sides, then we will then flip this inside out, and you won't see any of this beautiful work. So there you are. And oh, one more tip. Try to find a hole that's already created, then the yarn goes through a lot easier. Okay, so just continue stitching up that side, and so you'll have done this 4 times if you have pockets on both ends of your scarf. So you'll just there. Okay, I'm just showing you how I stitched it up. Okay, and then once you're in, just tie yourself a little knot at the end of the scarf so that it does not come loose, and then just snip off the excess. You can either weave that tail back through the work, or you can just cut it really short so that it doesn't show up, because again, this is the inside of your scarf. Okay, and here I'm just showing you how I just used the 2 tail ends and just tied a secure knot. I mean, it's a really cute project. It's really cute, and my daughter likes it because she likes to put things in a pocket. She likes to have, who doesn't like a pocket? Like really, who doesn't like a pocket? So anyway, so there you are, and you're just going to just snip it, all the extra yarn away. And then here, I'm just going to show you how the scarf pocket looks. I'm just adjusting my camera a little bit. Sorry for the shakiness, guys. And here we are. We're going to, once I get this situated, we're going to flip the scarf pocket inside out. So there you are. You see how it kind of looks jagged a little bit? See those little frilly ends? Flip that inside out, and voila, they're gone. They're gone. So that makes your project look really complete. So there you have it, a pocket scarf. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Happy crocheting! Okay, and be sure to check me out on my other social media, as well as my last video. Bye guys!